I had been working with 7-year-old Lily, who is a spunky 7-year-old kid with a diagnosis of dyslexia for about 5 months when the coronavirus made us have to switch our lessons and move to the online environment. Lily was so great at the routines that we had set out in the face to face. She knew exactly what we would do in every lesson, and she was excellent at moving from task to task in the face to face environment. One of the things that we were working on right as we had to shift to the online environment was helping Lily to, one, really self correct her own errors, and two, become less prompt dependent. So, getting her to think about what sounds she saw and heard in her own head versus looking up at me to get a smile or a nod. So, I was working with her so much on that self correction aspect of her reading. And when we moved to the online environment, I wondered, boy, having my face right in front of her in a camera might not be the best thing for her. I also wondered, how would we do this with a kid who was working on reading rather than organization of materials? I thought, boy, this could be really difficult to have her organize her own materials in a place where I wasn't. But what we did was work with her family to help her family understand what the scope and sequence of our lessons were. I did this in a really simple way by sending them a schedule with little indications of what we would be doing at every stage. I also sent them emails with materials, and we were very lucky because the book that we were using for fluency of sounds, words, and passages was a book that Lily had at home. If she didn't have that book, I probably would have made a lot more scans and been emailing her family with little packets for the week. But in this case, I was able to use her materials at home and use my materials at my home to connect across a video screen. And the best part of the video lesson has been that Lily has become less prompt dependent and sort of more self reliant as she's been with her family in her home, using her own materials and really kind of having her stuff and have me with my stuff. So we interact as we do in the normal lesson, but Lily has become sort of a new student in her um, experience in video, and it's been a fun thing to watch.